Okay, so we're here today with Nicole Elkins and Fiona from Robina State School, both music teachers here at Robina State School, heavily involved with the music arena with our young musicians. Can you just tell us a little bit more about what goes on here at Robina State School?
Well, I teach all the children from prep to year 7 classroom music for half an hour a week, and in all styles of music and a range of instruments.
Okay, right.
And in Queensland we have band and string programs, so we're really lucky that we're the only state that offers free lessons for students. However, the students need to cover costs for instruments and other equipment like that, so we're really lucky to be able to do that. So I also have Helen who's here, and she teaches the strings and I teach band.
Oh,
So yeah, so kids get opportunity from grade 3 for strings and then grade 4 from next year for band as well.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And do they follow through a lot of the musical studies that they're doing here in primary school on to high school?
Yeah, well, we get the benefit that we get to teach in our feeder high school, so I get to teach at Varsity, and Helen teaches at Merrimack High as well. So, and some of our other teachers who help on a half-day load also teach at Robina High as well, so we get to follow the kids all the way through to graduation.
Oh, great.
So currently one of our students who went through the program, she was in choir, band and strings, has just graduated at Robina High, and she's just got into the conservatorium in Brizzy.
Oh, wow.
So we have students who decide to use music as a professional career, and we also support students to have a love of music. So yeah.
Yeah, I see recently you've just done a program called Music Count Us In, where you've had students performing with other students around Australia to, you know.
This is our 5th year of taking part in Music Count Us In, and each year we've had a whole school assembly where the whole school has been taught the same song, and they all come together and sing. Last year a number of music teachers on the Gold Coast decided to raise the profile of the Gold Coast music program, so we were able to secure the Q1 venue and the Surfers Paradise foreshore, and put together 2 mass choirs, one of over 500 children from 11 schools and another one of over 100 students for the Q1 performance. This year we embellished on that by adding string players from a range of schools to the Q1 performance.
Yeah, so part of my role I get to support regional development of instrumental music as well, so we were able to coordinate that and select students from primary school to come and represent as well, which was fantastic. So that was great. So yeah, it was great. It went really well, and there's some really great footage on Channel 9 and Channel 7 as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so the kids got a big
Bit of
kick out of seeing
publicity.
themselves as well, which is nice.
It's interesting because this program is about standing up to be counted, that you believe that music is important in education. We are one of the schools that has a very, very well supported and successful music program, so it's, we're standing up to make sure that everybody should have this sort of opportunity.
This is wonderful.
Yeah. It's not always available in other states.
Oh, that's great opportunity for the children to be involved in such a young age.
And we run an inclusive program, so students get to be involved in many different ensembles, and also we're really proud of the fact that we have a similar ratio of boys and girls involved in a lot of our programs, which is great. So yeah.
So it's open to all ages.
Yeah, and all different styles of learning as well. So it's not just for the elite, or it's for kids to part of their development, which is really fantastic. So it's kind of almost a rite of passage, which we are very excited about, and very excited to send kids to high school around the region as well who've learnt from here.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
Now, does the government support you in any way by offering venues as such for the children to perform to the local community?
We have Fanfare, which is a biennial event, and for band and strings, they cover the cost, and that's a public-private sector arrangement now. So the Convention Centre in Brisbane actually fund the company that owns Suncorp Stadium, and the Convention Centre actually sponsors half of the cost of that, and has the finals up there as well. So that's funded. However, the choral, we run a state choral festival every second year under the Fanfare banner, but that's actually funded by the schools and the students support that cost. So
wonderful.
so that's good. And the other funded, the government funded festival is MOST, which they choose the 77 best students from the state, and they go away for a 10-day camp and performance, as well as at the convention centre. So that's quite, they cover a lot of the costs for that.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I see that you're going through a recruiting process at the moment for Be Part of the Band. I've seen some of the Vimeo
Yeah.
footage online. Would you be interested in recreating something like Be Part of the Band but for an Australian audience? Because I noticed a lot of the footage is actually for the American students.
Yeah, and that's something, as we go along, it's really great that a lot of the companies are now starting to engage with us and realising the market, especially in Queensland, having such strong music programs, that there is a real market there and there's a real need to support what we have. And also the Queensland government, I think, has realised through the journey with budget and things like that, the great pride that Queenslanders have in the music program and the support that's needed there. So as I said, Queensland's one of the only states that has specialist classroom music, teachers like Fiona, and the other states don't have a system of band and strings. So the kids get the government support for us is not for venues, but is for just teaching time in the classroom.
Wonderful. Oh, that's
So,
right.
however, with the federal funding that came through with the BER, we got this fantastic building that we're sitting in.
Wow.
So, for us,
Yeah.
for a school-based performance venues, we're covered.
Right.
However,
Yeah.
it is really tricky without the council support being able to have venues to perform outside our school.
Right.
So,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Well, thank you both very much today for your time. I really appreciate it. And
Yeah.
support us in our Bond University adventure for Save the Music Gold Coast. Thank you very much.